with high risk, though. So we will try during these 2 days to discuss where the risks are, how well equipped we are as citizens or as representatives of state authorities, international organizations, non-governmental authorities, which is equally important. They have an equally important role in international relations nowadays. So where we are heading in 2012 at least, because 2011 was not a good year for Greece at least, and we do hope that 2012 would be the beginning of a new, I wouldn't say era, because I don't like big words, but at least of a new period of political and social renovation. Let's hope. We very much count on you, young activists, politicians, people who are ready to take responsibilities. So, and on this note, let me pass on where NATO stands in all this situation by trying to engage with you in a dialogue on what our priorities of the organization are and what we expect from the next summit in Chicago, which is going to take place in May 2021, just after a G20 meeting in Chicago as well, which gives you a taste of how much interconnected are now security and economy. Let me start by saying that 2011 was a year of austerity, certainly for Europe and for the United States. But 2011 was also a year of hope. It was these days that started the upheaval in Egypt, Tahrir Square. Tunisia was first, then Egypt followed. So we had what we now call the Arab Spring exactly 1 year ago. And Arab Spring is certainly a very interesting development, despite any second thoughts that some of us can have on where things are heading in the Arab world. But certainly, we have nothing to be afraid of, democracy and people taking their lives in their hands. But this means that we have a European crisis, a Mediterranean that it is not stable by all means, and a Middle East that still has a lot of surprises. International organizations are perplexed in this volatile environment, that's for sure. We don't have the certainties of the past. We don't have sometimes the weapons or the means to face the new challenges, and we are not at all afraid to say that, yeah, we don't know all about everything. And this is why we very much seek to work together with other international organizations, with states actors, and with non-governmental actors as well. Because as our allies affirmed when they discussed and endorsed the new strategic concept in 2010, they stressed that security is a cooperative exercise. Cooperative exercise meaning that we need all actors in international scene to cooperate and to act together. As NATO looks to the coming months, we consider the operations in which we are actively engaged and those we have recently completed. We assess the capabilities we have and the capabilities we will need in order to continue to fulfill our core tasks as described in the new strategic concept. And we look not only to work among our 28 member nations, but with partners across the globe. In 2012, we will look to Afghanistan and the transition process currently underway. The progress we have made was hard-won, and as we cope with persistent challenges and new difficulties, it's crucial that we continue to work toward a safer and more secure Afghanistan. We have already seen 2 tranches of transition, and will continue working with Afghanistan so that this process remains on track through 2014. And our commitment to Afghanistan through our strategic partnership will continue even beyond transition. Operation Unified Protector in Libya, the mission that NATO undertook to implement UN Security Council Resolution